This is the weekly Health Law News Nugget from Southern Health Lawyers. I'm Rich Sanders.
Hi, this is Rich Sanders with Southern Health Lawyers, and this is the weekly Health Law News Nugget for Tuesday, May 7th, which is last week. We took a little extra time to get the news nugget out to everybody this week because President Trump gave a long-awaited speech on transparency and control of drug prices at the White House on Friday, May 11th. In this much-anticipated speech, which had been delayed several times, the president laid out his blueprint for controlling and ultimately reducing drug prices in the United States. This blueprint, issued by the White House later that day, included 44 pages of analysis of the pricing of drugs in America, how we compete against other nations in terms of drug pricing, and ultimately the issues that the president feels are getting in the way of reducing drug pricing across the country. And frankly, as kind of a side issue, but the main reason this is such an important policy to the administration is the burden that it places on Americans who take these important medicines for their overall care and condition. So, what's in the blueprint that the White House issued last week? Well, there's 44 pages worth of information, but give you, because this is the news nugget, the highlights. So the first is that the president proposes that both Medicare Part D and Medicaid will focus more on value-based purchasing going forward and setting up incentives for Medicare Part D suppliers to hit in order to get better pricing as they move forward. This is important, though, because this did not ultimately include the provision that many in Big Pharma were fearing, which is that Medicare would negotiate drug prices directly with the manufacturers. It stopped short of that, instead focusing on value-based purchasing for Medicare Part D plans. Second thing is it ultimately is going to decrease drug prices by increasing the speed with which drugs get to market through over-the-counter consumption and making that FDA process more streamlined. And then finally, in a long list of proposed changes, the administration also said that it would look at different ways to help Medicare Part D plans negotiate prices with the manufacturers of certain pharmaceuticals. So there's a lot in the blueprint, but as is so often the case with the Trump administration, it got almost immediate negative reaction. House Representative Nancy Pelosi from California called it basically a favor to Big Pharma. Bernie Sanders, a one-time presidential candidate, said that it ultimately did not accomplish much because it was in favor of Big Pharma. And it's difficult to tell reading the analysis just since Friday about whether any long-term reduction in drug prices will occur as a result of the blueprint being implemented by the administration. Having said that, it is a step in the right direction as Americans wrestle with the high cost of drugs and the increasing cost of drugs in 2018. Thanks for your time this evening. We appreciate it. I'm Rich Sanders with Southern Health Lawyers. Have a great day.